Zero news on the rise, bringing wrestling to our eyes. WWE, AEW in the spotlight, never telling us a lie. Accurate in every report, fans cheering into light. Zero news, our guiding light in the wrestling fight. Covering the ring with precision, no indecision. Zero news, our source of truth, bringing wrestling updates, never uncouth. In the world of WWE and AEW, Zero News shines through.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the EVP Xero Show. We are back after a week's hiatus. Slight change to scheduling this week. We were meant to be having a guest on, but due to some circumstances out of our beyond our control, basically, we've had to move that show to next week. But as per normal, I'm Zero, and over to my co-host for this evening.
What's going on, guys? I'm the EVP CJP of the main event team and DKO, and we are finally. Did we take a week off last week?
Yeah, we took a week off last week. Yeah.
Yeah. So glad to be back. And getting ready for WrestleMania.
Yeah. So that's I can see people have already started things in the comments. So I'll just say hey to Hmere who said woo. TJ, hello as well. Naomi is justified. Hashtag. Yeah, that's fine. We'll get around to that. Again, as per normal, if you do wish to leave any comments or whatever, drop them throughout the show and we will get around to as many as physically possible. First of all, in this week, there is a lot of news to cover because, of course, we've been off for a little bit of time, and also WrestleVotes today has been dropping news left, right, and centre. And we'll get into most of that now. But first of all, let's talk about one of the main highlights that's happened over the past week or so. Lana and Rusev are apparently back together. The same person who shares your name, CJ. What do you think about it? Obviously, after they were getting divorced, and now apparently they're getting back together now. Basically,
freaking Rusev. I mean, it's crazy. Like we're both CJ Perry. But I thought what was really interesting was like when they separated and then when they got back together, because like they separated on my daughter's birthday, which is March 11th, and then they got back together on March 12th, which is my son's birthday. So I'm like, oh, well, this meant to be. Like she just needs to we won't have to change our names.
Yeah. Because I mean, this is the thing. It's like if you two had got together like what you were planning on it, then it would have been CJ Perry and CJ Perry. So so it would have been like you wouldn't have to change your names, would you? Really?
No,
so,
perfect.
That's the easiest thing there. So just to cover a couple of bits and pieces of news, then we're going to quickly run through them because there is loads to do. So apparently it's come down saying that the WWE ID superstars will be having a show during WrestleMania weekends. Now, I was actually discussing this earlier on with Bobby on Uncut, and we turned around and said that obviously the Hall of Fame has now been announced that it's going to be on the Friday after SmackDown, but it's airing at like 1 a.m. for you guys. So it's 1 a.m. EST time, which is stupid if you ask me. Now, Wheatman said, why didn't they put the Hall of Fame on say the Sunday or something, or or something like that? But it now seems that WWE idea having a show, so WrestleMania weekend, and I reckon what they're going to end up doing is they're going to pump that weekend full. So you're going to have like obviously you're going to have SmackDown, and you're going to have the Hall of Fame like 2 hours later, and then we were literally saying like the Hall of Fame say finishes at that'd be like 1 a.m. for you guys until I would probably say 3 or 4 a.m. for you, and then after that, then at 9:30 a.m. it's advertised as NXT Stand and Deliver. So it's literally what? So yeah, so that's when it is on a Saturday, and then 2 hours after NXT, and then 5 p.m. It's like 5 p.m. local time, so I don't know what that is or whatever, or 5 p.m. your time or whatever it is Mania Night 1 and that. So I can then see them then doing then on the Sunday, I can see them whacking in this WWE ID show, and then night 2. It's going to be one hell of a weekend, and I can see that a lot of us aren't going to be sleeping.
I mean, it's not like me and you, Zero. Like we don't already have like 4 YouTube shows that week on top of not sleeping, and like freaking Hall of Fame is going to be over at like 3 a.m. Like, I mean, the time's awful, but I heard last night they're going to do it at some like really luxurious hotel
it is,
in Vegas. Lex Luger, like I think they said he would never walk again, but like I think he's able to like even like get up out of the chair for a minute. So yeah, I mean these times with this European tours and all this, like people thought the time change was going to throw them off. Wait till all this goes down.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll get into actually this is a bit of things as well for the time change bit now. I was saying this to CJ before we came on air because obviously there was a bit of confusion over it now. With the European tour, of course, it officially starts tomorrow with SmackDown, where they're airing from Barcelona. And I do believe that SmackDown is actually airing officially over here, it's airing at 7 or 8 p.m. tomorrow night. That's GMT time. So for you guys, that's going to be like 3 p.m. But because it's on USA Network are not actually airing it live. So the only way which you can actually get it is by waiting until 8 p.m. on tape delay to be able to get it over in America. However, I'm going to look at trying to do something, and we will try if we can and air it via our Discord tomorrow somehow, so that way then so people can actually watch it at 3 p.m. tomorrow, like either 2 or 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, whatever time it's airing at. We'll try and get it aired in the best we can do, so that our American friends and that can obviously watch it over there. But yeah, so, and obviously don't forget that Raw next week is on at 3 p.m. for you, but it's either like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. for you guys as well. And it's basically the same for the next 3 weeks. So yeah, these European tour times are ridiculous, especially leading into WrestleMania. So that's that.
I did see something earlier because I just looked at my channel guide, and it's showing SmackDown at 8. 8 p.m. tomorrow night, yeah. So I saw that I think WrestleVotes tweeted it, and then obviously Corey chimed in, and he was like, he said that the time changes were not gonna affect the U.S., but I don't know how accurate that is.
Well, yeah. What they've turned around and said is that for the US, obviously, the only ones that you're going to actually get live are going to be the Raws. So the Raws you'll actually be able to watch live on Netflix as they air. So what will that be like 2 or 3 p.m. in the afternoon for you guys?
We know.
Because I know tomorrow, live in Barcelona at 7 p.m. local time there. So they're like, they're an hour in front of UK time. So we're going to get that at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. So you're going to get that at, say, 2, I think it is. So 2 or 3 tomorrow, you'll get that at your time. I'll have to check later on for it. The Raws obviously are going to be like 8 p.m. local time, so that'll be again 3 p.m. for you guys over there. So the Raws and that won't be affected, but the SmackDowns, they're going to be all over the place because whatever time it's airing at live here, for example, and anywhere outside of America, it's then going to be 8 p.m. whatever, it's still going to be 8 p.m. EST for you guys on USA Network for the SmackDowns. For it, yes, that's the that's going to be the thing there. Let's just quickly go through some of the comments before we do that. So, hang on. Oh, yeah, there's loads here. Cam said, "Yo." H-Mir said, "Zero had the better entrance. EVP is essentially Solo Sikoa copy of Roman." What's this? Michael plays. Mark Shapiro left ringside Monday night due to how much aura Roman had, it blew him away. Yeah, true.
Yeah, we called it. We called that about 8 days before it happened.
Yeah. Russell Faith, hello everyone. Hello, Russell Faith. TJ, the fact Drew quote tweeted was hilarious. About Mark Shapiro, I guess. And somebody get Bobby Lashley. I don't know what he's on about there. Hey, back-to-back birthdays, your wallet's going to be hurting.
It does.
What's going to be for you? Moni, hey everyone. Hey, Moni. TJ, she's missed Rusev's strudel. Not Rusev strudel. And then WrestleFaith saying that basically she can never eat strudel again. What else we got here? Alexis Sherman, Drew and the Bloodline still beefing. WrestleFaith, wow, Mania Week is going to be packed. They really are. So yeah, that's going to be true. That's true there. What we got here? Leo from the Wrestling Retrospective, and also from Wrestling for You, obviously. The times are ridiculously good. Well, for us it is, yeah. For that one. Money, people will still be at work from Raw if it's airing at 3 p.m. Thank God I work from home. Yeah, that's the thing, is obviously Raw's going to be, the numbers for Raw is going to be ridiculous, but then of course you can watch it whenever really for it. So yeah, anyone who does work from home, it's congrats, do that one. Cam, I'm all good. I'm going to use my VPN and Netflix. Yeah, fair enough, Cam. And then WrestleFaith, I took a PTO for Raw Monday. I guess that's personal time off. I don't know. I'm assuming so. So that's that stuff there. Some other bits and pieces then to cover. So this has come down. This is a couple of notes from WrestleVotes the past couple of days. So let's get into these because there's a hell of a lot here. So according to WrestleVotes, it says Netflix has given the WWE full control over Raw's production going forward. The reason for the censoring and multiple blackouts during Seth Rollins versus CM Punk on Raw was entirely WWE's decision, as it wouldn't fit with the aesthetics of the show going forward. So, by the sounds of it, even though Triple H has basically turned around and said that, that when they go to Netflix, there'll be a lot more swearing, you have blood and everything like that, and they can do basically whatever they want to. Netflix have given WWE full control over how it's produced, and obviously they've decided to stick with the PG thing. They've obviously decided we're not going to do this. We're not going to do swearing and stuff like that, basically. So yeah, so that's what it's going to be. So even though we were promised all this like good content and stuff, essentially Triple H lied for it.
What's new?
Yeah, that's the thing. So that's what it is. WrestleFaith, because they were giving each other the bird, I guess. Yeah, well, yeah, because they were like flipping each other off and stuff, and they were. That's why they done the blackouts for it. A couple of other interesting bits and pieces, and this isn't from WrestleVotes, but a couple of other ones. So, this one is from WrestleVotes. Sorry, I'm going for a list here. Alexa Bliss is planned to have a major storyline at WrestleMania 41. It involves the Wyatt Six. Now, I have been reporting for quite a while now that there was a rumored match at Mania 41 for Alexa Bliss involving Nikki Cross, which is Alexa versus Nikki, and then it's something to do with Wyatt Six. Now, it seems like this is now potentially going to be the plan going forward. It's either going to be that one, or Alexa's going to join back up with the Wyatts before WrestleMania, and then they'll probably be going for the tag titles. That's the only other way which I can think of, really, is Alexa and Nikki will do it for them. Not 100% sure, but that's the rumor at the moment. Going a little bit off board, and we don't normally talk about this, but this is something quite interesting, and I actually brought this up on Uncut earlier on. This has actually come down from Fightful. Now, this is AEW news. Now, it says AEW has reportedly discussed the ideas of merging their international championship with the Continental Championship. The report notes that many in the company have considered the firm created plans, but it's unknown what form the merged title will carry. Now, I'm guessing, if anything, Bobby even said this one earlier on, I expect what it's probably going to be is they're going to try and do the totally original idea like what they normally do, of them bringing in the name of the Intercontinental Championship, and then Tony Khan will try and flog it off as a, as a totally original idea, which won't be, as we know. But yes, it seems like they're merging those titles. I don't understand why they need to, really. Yeah. It's going to be ridiculous. We don't normally cover AEW news on here, but that's just been one of the big news stories that I've seen this week, so I've got to bring that one up. Anything on that, really, before we move on?
I mean, typical Tony Khan. I mean, it's AEW. It's it's funny. There's still all these people, and I want to bring this up because I might forget at the end. But there's all these people in the IWC that still listen to Dave Meltzer. He has no WWE source. He's literally on Tony Khan's payroll. He was literally at the live event for AEW when John Cena turned heel. If Meltzer reports it, it's the exact opposite is happening. So everybody stop listening to him.
Yeah. And I will say as well that on top of that is Dave Meltzer this week has reported that John Cena is winning at WrestleMania. So that's your result there. So John Cena is not winning at WrestleMania, I'm afraid, because that is, because that's Dave Meltzer's reported it.
Go, Cody.
We will actually get something in soon, into that one soon. Just a quick thing then before we move back on again. So a couple of other bits of comments. So Money again. Liv and Lexi had a good back and forth match at EC. Yeah, they did. Thoughts on double champ Steph and Cam. We'll get into that one. We're going to cover Roadblock, so we'll get into that one shortly. Leo, too many titles essentially. Yeah,
sure,
it is. AEW hasn't recovered from TJ there. He also then said, fuck Cody.
I'm going for Cody.
Yeah. Money again. Exactly, CJ, the Rock's head writer refuted his claims. Yeah. Well, that's something then which we'll talk about. So Dave basically then put out a load of reports and stuff, and essentially Brian Gertwich turned around and said 0 for 2, saying that basically that he's completely, that everything that Dave has said is completely wrong. Because Dave, I think, reported that Cody was meant to turn heel at Elimination Chamber, and they were waiting on a signal from The Rock to say about it, and he basically, and that's why then they decided to turn Cena heel last minute and stuff, which was complete lies, basically. And, Brian Gertwich confirmed that it was complete made-up bullshit that Meltzer was making there for it. So,
I mean, honestly, the Rock's writer has basically said it. They're just not leaking much. They're not leaking anything right now. There's only 3 or 4 people that really know what's going to go on with the Rock. Yeah. But for me, to flip Dave's story, Cody told the Rock, I want it all at Elimination Chamber. John Cena has not spoken yet, so I want to hear what he has to say. But I would have, honestly, I really think The Rock is going to turn on John Cena, and Cody Rhodes is going heel at WrestleMania. Yeah. I'm going to stand on it. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, same here. True. I do agree with that completely. And I can see Cody, because I'm still under the impression that Cody's walking out of WrestleMania as champion, and he's going to be heel by the time he leaves WrestleMania. So something's going to be going down at Mania to get that sort of gone that way.
If he does, I'll be 20K heavier. You might want to mention that, and my giveaway too. Let's get these subs up.
Yeah, we'll mention the giveaway at the end and stuff. We might as well do that one. Another couple of bits and pieces before we move on to the rest of the stuff. Then, so I'll just quickly run through some of these. So this is more from WrestleVote. So a deal between Ray Phoenix and WWE has been agreed in principle. Was on the verge of completion. WWE is planning on presenting Phoenix and Penta as the Lucha Bros going forward. So that's, we thought they might have done when they come on in. I can possibly see Phoenix coming in around WrestleMania time, either just before Mania or just after. It's going to be that one. Just before we move on. So, what's this? Ed's in there like CJ the Clown. TJ said, hey, look, if Ed with the baby. TJ again, I agree, unless Punk is his champion. And then Monty, I agree, Cody's turning heel at WrestleMania. Cena Stilton was a red herring. That's absolutely correct. That's what it seems to be there. Now another couple of bits and pieces that's coming down. We will be finishing the news shortly, and we've got some other bits and pieces to cover. But there's been a hell of a lot of news come down today. This is why I'm quickly rushing through it. So this is all WrestleVote stuff. So WrestleVotes again, as I said, the culling, which is Sean Spears, Nico Vance, Brooks Johnson, and Izzy Dane, will be featured more prominently on NXT programming going forward. Now, I mean, anyone out there who doesn't watch NXT, I don't know, really.
NXT popping right now. It really is,
especially with the crossover and that with the with TNA and stuff. I'm ready for it. So so that's going to be quite interesting, I would say there. Now, this next bit of news, I'm going to bring this one up, and then I'm going to say something about it afterwards. So this is also coming down from WrestleVotes. Is one of the ideas for The Rock and John Cena is to label the duo the Rock and Soul Connection. They will have a strong promotion heading into WrestleMania. Now, they put that out. That's reported everywhere. And Brian Gertzwich again commented on that report. I think it was on WrestleOps who put that one down. And basically, Brian Gertzwich turned around and said, your sources must be drunk. So, by the sounds of it, like what you two said earlier, anything The Rock-wise, there's a lot of fake news going around about what's happening with The Rock and John Cena and stuff like that. And I know for a fact that there's a lot of fake news going out because they're purposely doing it. So anything you hear about that, I would take as a grain of salt. I would take as a pinch of salt, basically, because anything rock and everything like that you hear is going to be wrong for a very long time. I'll even say that as well about if I say anything about The Rock or whatever, because there's a lot of false information going around at the moment, and it's purposely being done by WWE. So just anything like that, just anything Cody, Cena, and stuff like that, I would turn around and say like completely ignore. But the thing I will turn around and say is, as we said earlier on, is if Dave Meltzer reports something, the complete opposite's happened. And Dave Meltzer's reported John Cena's winning at WrestleMania, and I can tell you now, John Cena is not winning at WrestleMania. I can tell you that now. I've been told four times now by my main source that Cody is walking out of WrestleMania as champion.
Well, see, the problem is people are geeking out over Cena. I get it, like I'm not gonna, I'm not a fan of him personally, but he hasn't spoken yet, and he's gonna be part-time until like June or something like that.
Yeah.
So just because Cody's on SmackDown doesn't like if Gunther loses to Jay, they could easily switch Cody as a champion to Raw and move Gunther to SmackDown because SmackDown is weak.
Because this is the other thing as well, which I would bring up earlier on, because Bobby again mentioned this earlier on, and I brought this one up with him, is they're advertising Cena for the first SmackDown after WrestleMania. So obviously, that's got people going, oh my God, Cena's definitely winning the title because he's going to be on SmackDown. But don't forget, just shortly after WrestleMania, they're doing the draft. So that could potentially be why Cena's advertised for that one, because of the draft and that. And, or he could be going on there. And I even brought this one up earlier on, is don't forget Cena is working every single pay-per-view this year. So they could be doing Cody Cena rematch, Backlash. And, Cena could be showing up on that SmackDown to essentially set up the rematch with Cody. That's
possible.
There's all these possibilities here and stuff. So, just because John Cena is advertised for the SmackDown after WrestleMania, do not assume that he's winning the title. Because again, like I said, I've been told a few times that Cody's walking out as champ, and a couple of others are now getting that information through as well, that Cody is walking out of WrestleMania as champion. Because they have a big storyline coming out from this, and so that's going to be that one there. A few other bits and pieces, and I find this quite interesting, is apparently WWE have discussed the idea of running a post-WrestleMania event in Las Vegas, Nevada on Sunday, April the 20th. The idea around the event would be the roast of WrestleMania, featuring comedian Tony Hinchcliffe. Now, I don't know who Tony Hinchcliffe is. Isn't that the actual day of WrestleMania, April 20th?
That's night 2, yeah.
Yeah, so again, that's going to be massively big then. So obviously now if they're planning on doing that post WrestleMania, then that's going to be what? That's going to be sort of, yeah. That's
That
going
guy's
to be a hell of a weekend.
a legend. That guy's a legend at toasting. Like that's gonna be epic.
Yeah, for that one. So I mean, so that's that one there. TJ Turner said it's a bad idea, so yeah, there. Hold on. Michael Players. We should just leak that Cody's staying champs and then Triple H sees it and changes it. Yeah, well, yeah, it's I don't know.
I don't
maybe.
want to do that.
Yeah. What's this? So Greg, John Cena didn't sell his soul just to lose at WrestleMania. This heel turn is bigger than one match. It's a transformation, a statement, and a path to a 17th world title. Yeah, basically, yeah. So this is what we've been saying for quite a while, and this is what I'm under the impression of is there's a reason why they are doing that John Cena pay-per-view in December. Why they're doing that one right at the end is Cena, that is where he'll win the title. He'll win the title on that show and then retire as champion. That's how they do it. They'll either have him win it there or they will have him win it after, say, SummerSlam so he can then end his career as champion. Because if he wins it at Mania, he'll be dropping it at SummerSlam. That's the bottom line of it.
Why do they do it so? Like, I mean, I've been saying this like before the Chamber. Like, well, that's why I didn't want him to win because WWE is just throwing all the eggs in the basket and just like, all right, well, we're just going to give him 17, even though he's filming another movie in June.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, either Cody's going heel or Stone Cold's coming out to help Cody win like he was supposed to last year. I think Cody walks out champ.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Right. So 2 other bits and pieces of news then, and then we'll be moving on quickly. So, quite interesting. Then, so this is again by WrestleBoats. Is WWE are going to lean into the "Go fuck yourself" line that Cody Rhodes used for The Rock at Elimination Chamber. The company has okayed merchandise with the phrase alongside the American Nightmare gimmick. So that means that you can officially buy some merchandise on it that will say "Go fuck yourself" and it'll be WWE branded. So anyone who wants a T-shirt simply saying "Go fuck yourself," you can get one from WWE shop very soon, I expect. So that'll be quite interesting for that one. And the last bit of news, and this is actually from Fightful, is WWE may be looking to make a major addition to the roster. The name centered around it is Jeff Cobb. Obviously, that's I don't know whether many of you know Jeff Cobb or anything like that, but I mean, that's something there really. For it. What's this? Money. That's very heelish. Yeah, I'm gonna get one basically for Hill seat for Hill. For us. So yeah.
I also have one thing that I was told from a couple of guys that I talked to. It's not locked, but the 2 ladies have meeting with Triple H, meeting with Michael Hayes, Road Dogg, the big higher ups. I would not be surprised if we don't see Chelsea Green against Nikki Bella at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising. Yeah, I mean that it could work, can it? Basically,
they both want to face each other like really bad.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it does seem to be like, quite down there. Yeah, it could be. It does sort of say, it's going to be sort of like that, really. I can see that going forward. That's going to happen. I literally can. So, yeah, really. Hang on. So I just received a message which I'm dealing with in a minute. So it's something for tomorrow, which we'll get into a bit more as well. So that's all the news. Anything really else that you can think of, like to bring up on those bits and pieces there, or anything?
I finally got some redemption. Obviously, me and you talked about it a week, 9 days ahead that Roman was showing up in MSG. Everybody's the IWC is still clamoring over this Rock Roman thing happening at 41. It's not. It's just it's time to put that old dog to rest because it's not happening. So
and I've been saying this for months. Rock Roman is happening at Mania 42, and that is where it's happening. It's that is the plan. Rock Roman was never happening at WrestleMania 41, no matter how many people cried and wanted it and stuff like that. And I do have to say that's going to be a again, that's basically the Hill Zero moment there, because it's been it's been planned for months. It's not ever happening at WrestleMania 41, and I've been telling people to shut up about it for months, and they
it's ridiculous. I mean, it's going to happen in my backyard, so like I'm super pumped about it. Like it's in New Orleans, like let's go.
Yeah, it is. Hang on, what's this? So TJ, exactly, Money. No face walks around with that thing on the shirt. So yeah, I mean that's the thing. They're playing right into it. They are putting in that. They're putting it in that Cody is turning heel, because using that line there, it's it's down there, and it's it's Cody is going to be heel walking out of WrestleMania. I can sense it now. That's been the plan for quite a while, and it's still going to be the plan now. Money again. That's got to build. We've said it for months. You've got to let that simmer on the stove. Yeah, we have been, and we've it's completely true. You do need to wait. People need to wait for it, and when it comes, it'll be one of the best matches that you can have. But people just need to be patient. People just need to basically be patient and let it cook, as it's known. That's the only other way that's the only way which I can really describe it. Is let it fully cook. Stop being so impatient and just wait. That's all you can do really for it. It's I don't know. One other thing that I think TJ, oh my god, he's basically telling fans to go fuck yourself. Yeah, exactly. That's a very heelish move. One other thing that we need to cover, and this is quite disgusting, but this is going to fit into a new segment that we're bringing up, which I like to reasonably title IWC Idiots, Stupid Idiot of the Week, basically. I don't know if you've seen it. This was posted actually in the Discord earlier on. I can't remember who actually posted it, but somebody got exposed on Twitter, and after that, they went on a massive rampage, literally all over Twitter and stuff, basically saying like, "Oh my god, this person needs to die. This person needs to die. This person needs to die," and they got called out like massively, and they've now actually been banned off Twitter, but. Yeah, it was somebody by the name of Main Event Jalen. Now, obviously, he was using the Main Event name, so that was something that we obviously had to bring up there for that one there. But he was talking about Bray and that being dead, and then he was going to things like Gunther should die, Zelina should die, Jay should die, stuff like that. Basically, yeah, he was literally going into a massive rampage, and that was only because apparently he got called out for being this massive predator and stuff. I didn't have the full story, but that was the thing there. So yeah, anyone who used to know that Main Event Jalen or anything like that, basically, like, if he does come back, don't associate with him, please. He's some of the stuff he's been coming out with is just horrendous and ridiculous, basically, for it. So, yeah, so something there. Anything else that you want to bring up before we move on to that or whatever?
As far as IWC, Andrew Baydala.
Here we go. I'll pass you over to CJ for this bit. Then off you go, CJ.
I'm gonna have to go for a couple minutes on this guy. So this guy was a lackey to JD from NY. He's never gonna be as good. Secondly, he is a marketing. He has a marketing degree. He is not He knows people like Sap and all them, but he's not a source. So like he goes live on his little Twitters and like drinking his little espressos and all that. Look, Andrew, stop subtweeting me. If you're gonna talk about me or Zero, then tag us. Like, don't subtweet me about, oh, they think these people in the dirt and all this and that. Well, guess what? Same person that said Becky was winning the chamber, he got Cena right. So, oh man, he's on top of the world. But Andrew Baydala does not know anything about what's going to happen. All he knows about is how many tickets are going to sell at the PLE. So that, for my IWC idiot, it goes to Andrew Baydala, because people are like worshiping this guy like he's the biggest wrestling source and out there. He has no clue what he's talking about.
There we go. I didn't know that CJ was going to go into that, so I obviously just let him go off there. That one's, but yeah, I thought it would be something like that. But yeah, so that's that. I am waiting for something to come through, so I'm just if I keep delaying, then that's what it is. But no, it's fine. We will go on then. So obviously then, oh no, hold on. So here's a question then actually for you before we move on. So that Lucha that showed up on Raw, do you think it was Chad Gable, or do you think it was somebody else? Because of course, because they played that thing, didn't they? So which one was it? Was it Chad Gable or was it someone else?
I don't know. Yeah. Like the jawline, I've seen a bunch of reports, people saying it might be Kurt Angle. I don't think it was Kurt Angle. I don't know. Maybe
I don't think
that's tough. I think I was actually more surprised that I got a follow from somebody that was actually working on Jey Uso than who was behind that mask. But it could have been like a stunt double or something for Chad.
Yeah,
I don't think it was Aleister Black at all. No way. So I don't know. Maybe one of the Creed brothers.
Didn't look like he was holding it. So yeah, no. Yeah. Sorry, I suddenly put him in there. Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, no, yeah, it could have been him. It could have been anyone really. I don't really know. I mean, it's probably going to end up being Chad Gable in the end. We all know it's going to be bloody Chad Gable in the end. You know, it's it's how it's going to be, isn't it? Really. So that's going to be the main thing there. Yeah. So that's that. So we might as well then quickly go on through. So not last weekend, but obviously the Masco was over Femi. I don't think it was over Femi. It was too small to be over Femi. So let's just quickly run through a few bits and pieces. So. Because obviously we haven't actually been on since then due to our week's hiatus that we took. We'll just quickly run through. So Elimination Chamber, Bianca Belair obviously won the Women's Chamber, and the rumor now is that she will be facing, it now be a triple threat at Mania involving Io and Rhea. Obviously after now Io successfully won the title. Do you think that's the right call, doing that triple threat or anything really?
I don't think they should have took the title off of Rhea. I mean, they made this big fiasco about Rhea winning the title on the first Raw on Netflix. Like, I love Io. She's great, top 2, top 3 wrestler in the business. But I think it was more of a way of Triple H, like returning a favor. Like, she had to lose clean on Saturday Night's Main Event to live. She didn't make it into the chamber. I don't know why that. Like, I thought Rhea and Bianca was like, because Charlotte Tiffany. I'm telling you guys, if you think Tiffany Stratton beating Charlotte Flair, you are highly mistaken. She is. That is not that match right there has no build at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think. I mean, I wanted to touch on this earlier. Triple H and TKO and all them, they're not doing things the way they used to do. If everybody's expecting a 10-match night 1 and a 10-match night 2 card, you're not going to get it. It's going to be 6, 7 matches or something like that. So it makes sense.
I personally think they're going to go the way of how the pay-per-views we got recently, and I think we're going to get 5 or 6 match each night, basically.
And that's why we're gonna see all these multi tag on SmackDown, the Brian Breaker multi triple threat with Io, like a triple threat with Roman, Seth, and Punk. Like, they're trying to get more people on the card. But they're gonna have to do tag matches and triple threats and all that. So.
Yeah. Like I said, I personally think Mania I can see at the moment. It's not going to be what it's been in the past because how Triple H wants it and what like TKO and that want it now is it's shorter pay-per-view events. So that's going to be the that's going to be the thing. There is you're not going to be getting all these long pay-per-views basically. And as Bonnie just said in the comments, that's why they're doing these 2-night shows, which is true. That is why they're doing these 2-night shows because basically they're not doing all these matches all in one go. They're not doing so many matches and stuff. That's why it's spread over there. So you can have, you still have like 12, 13 matches that you would normally have at WrestleMania, but they'll be split over the 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably why possibly even Mania Night 1 might only go like 3.5 hours. And then Night 2 might go, 3.5 to 4 hours or something like that, basically, because they've got a lot of content to fit in that week. And WWE know this. And they're not going to be doing a pay-per-view with like 12, 13 matches on it just to try and get everyone on the card. And a lot of people are going to be missing off the WrestleMania card, I'm afraid to say. That's the thing. So that's that one. Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus defeated Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. I think we all guessed that one was going to happen because, of course, it was in Canada and they weren't going to have Trish lose in Canada. So, I sort of... Yeah, I know. Obviously, we all obviously acknowledge the tribal chief Nia Jax here, but she had to take the loss there for that. Really,
my thing with Tiffany is they had her win Money in the Bank. She teased the cash in so many times. She cashed in, which was great, but she is just not anywhere close to the same level of Charlotte Flair with this feud right now. And they had to team her with the freaking Hall of Famer that's from Canada just to try to get her over. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, people just need to accept the fact that Charlotte Flair is going to beat Tiffany Stratton. And I honestly think that Roxanne is going to be the one that Charlotte puts over at SummerSlam.
Probably. I expect so, something like that. I mean, it could be anyone really. So yeah, I'm trying to prep through DC because of course we've still got a bit in Roadblock as well, which we'll get through in a minute. Next one then. So Kevin Owens defeated Sami Zayn in the unsanctioned match. I think that was pretty good because again, this was brought up earlier on. Is KO needed that win to then be able to set up the Randy return and do it that way. So that was needed. It was. I'd say that was the right result. I don't know what you think about that one. Do you agree with that? Or
best match of the night. KO. I mean, I picked Sammy like an idiot. But KO needed the win. Like, he had lost 3 straight to Cody. Setting up the feud, going up against Randy at Mania. I love the Randy return. Yeah, it made all this best banger match. Like, those two, they kill each other. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, for sure. And then obviously John Cena won the Elimination Chamber. And that's also then set up the Roman, Seth, and Punk match at WrestleMania, which we are getting. So that was that one. What did you think about Chamber overall? Obviously, after Thingy sold his soul as well, after Cena potentially sold his soul, which he obviously never did, basically. What do you think, Ryan?
I mean, first off, Cena just didn't look that great to me. It's not. I'm not being a Cena hater, but I would have rather seen CM Punk win if Drew wasn't going to win. Because now you turn John Cena heel at the very end of his career, but the big question is has he really sold his soul? He hasn't said that. He never said it that night. So I think there's a lot more to the story. And me personally, not being a big Cena fan, I would rather see him win 17 as a face, not as a heel. But I think that Cody is carrying the feud right now, like him or not. He's carrying it. So
yeah. I mean, he is. and that. So yeah, that's going to be a nice down there. And I'm going to say now is obviously I completely heel turned and I'm supporting Cody now. So people are going to hate me for that one, but yeah, but
Whoa!
yeah, we need to start doing that. So yeah, so that's that one there. Yeah, so quickly moving on then to NXT Roadblock because Cam keeps asking to touch up on it, which we will do. So started off with the Hardy Boys beating Fraxium for the TNA Tag Team Championships. Now, again, I actually brought this one up earlier on, and I was actually mentioning this during the actual show itself as I was watching it. I was saying if it's like TNA Championships or whatever, or the NXT Championship that was being defended, there was no chance that they were swapping brands. They were not going to be taking the TNA tag titles and putting them on NXT. And there was no chance that the NXT Championship was going to be going to TNA, even with this partnership. So those matches were quite easy to call. There was no saying quoting an absolute legend here, but there was no chance in hell, for that one. But yeah. No, I mean, what did you think about that match really then for that one?
It was great. That's best tag team in NXT. I don't think it hurt them a bit. They lost to freaking legends, the Hardys. I went undefeated on the card, so I mean, I thought like you, like that. They're not gonna put the NXT titles on the Hardys. So yeah, I love the match and it was great.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to they're not going to be able to do it that way. Basically, there's no chance in hell that they're going to basically do that, are they? So there's absolutely no chance for that one at all. So then the next match then of the night then was Jordan Grace versus Roxanne Perez in what is believed to be Roxanne Perez's final match on NXT. She's gone now, but obviously, I can see that they're not gonna I can potentially see that it's like sort of. What do you think really on it? Do you think she's gone or what?
I mean, I thought she was gone last time, but I do think she's gone honestly because I think she facing Bailey at WrestleMania. I think it was just a way because Jordan Grace, she's a big star. I think it was a way to kind of give Jordan that that bump. So yeah, Roxanne's headed to Raw.
Yeah, she definitely is. There's no chance in hell that they're gonna be doing anything like that, basically, are they? It's she's not staying any longer. I'm gonna say that now. She's definitely not staying any longer at all. She's done. I do believe that was her last ever match on NXT, and I know a lot of people like Roxanne and stuff, but it is done that way for that one. And then so we now move on then to Obafemi defeated Moose for the NXT Championship. Now, again, like we've been saying, there was no chance that they were going to be taking it off of Obafemi to put onto onto a TNA star. There was no chance basically of that happening at all. So it's I don't really understand why people were even saying, "Oh my God, was Moose going to win this one?" I mean, what did you think? Really? Do you think?
No,
do you think it's worth it or anything? Or
I mean, the match wasn't terrible. But Oba is just a freak. He is when he comes up, he's gonna be really dangerous. But no, I knew Moose had no chance of winning that match.
That's it doesn't there was no chance of in hell of that one going on. Right, and we then had Javon Evans versus Ethan Page in a New York street fight. Again, do you think that was sort of the right call for that one, really, or whatever? What do you think?
I do because the last time they faced, I picked Javon, and he just got all bloodied up, and so I think he faced Randy Orton. He's Mr. Bouncy and all that. I think it's a big win for Javon. I'm happy for him.
So so that's that one there. And then one last one then. So, and this is what Cam wants us to sort of go down onto. So, it was for the NXT North American NXT Women's North American Championship and the NXT Women's Championship, where Stephanie Vicora is now double champion, and she has managed to successfully beat Julia. Now, do you think again that was the right decision, or
yeah,
not really? Sort of like, what do you think?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Stephanie is the most over female on the NXT roster. And I think Julia's hurt. I don't care what I don't care what NXT debunked it. Like, I think when that report come out, like, I think legitimately she's hurt. They rushed the match. It had nothing to do with like Julia being awful. Like, they literally rushed that match. So like, I think Julia's hurt, and they made the right call by putting both titles on Stephanie. And hopefully Julia comes back soon. But yeah, great move.
Yeah. Right. Yes. So, I mean, yeah, I sort of agree with that one as well. So let's just go through some of the comments in a minute. So, let's go back to this then. So, money, and to go back to the Randy thing. And Randy is looking to punt KO in the head. Yeah, that's what it seems to be. Again, and then money to me. I said, I just want new NXT Tag Team Championships. Tag Champ, sorry. Cam, Roxanne mid cards on the way. Can you see that really? Do you think that
possible?
Yeah, I can see that happening. Yeah, sorry, hold on. I'm just uploading something because I finally got something come through. And then TJ, I've heard Julia is hurt. Is that true? I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, and then Monty Olsen and said, I thought it was a call up for Julia. I mean, this is the thing, is I originally did hear that Julia was meant to only be getting a short run on the main roster. Sorry, on NXT before coming up to the main roster. And that was actually originally meant to happen after the Rumble that she was meant to be coming up. So, I mean, this could be her call up.
Possible.
Officially, this could be her call up, couldn't it, really, if you think about it?
I mean, it's possible,
yeah, there's every possibility there for it. Yeah, I mean, anything else that you really want to bring up on NXT Roadblock before we end talking about that? And anything?
No, it's great. Great show. Like I said, NXT right now is just, it's hot, man. I wasn't a big NXT person, but man, I tune in every week. It's a great show right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, big time. So yeah, it's very good show. I do appreciate watching NXT, and if anything, if I'm not watching wrestling every week, I will prioritize wrestling. I will prioritize NXT over Raw or SmackDown if I obviously can't watch the other ones. The best I can do, really. Now, yeah, so that's obviously everything there. So, yeah, obviously there's two big things that are happening this week. Now, obviously tomorrow, 2K24 comes out officially worldwide. The main, like the standard edition for anyone who obviously hasn't purchased that yet or whatever. And something else obviously big is happening tomorrow. Now, I'm going to play something in a minute, and this is an exclusive because this video has only literally just been sent down to me. I haven't even watched it yet, so I don't know what this is like, but this is the very first video advertising what is happening tomorrow. Yes, that's correct. Tomorrow we officially launch the DKO Energy range. supplements and everything like that. Now that's the very first playthrough of our video, which I will also be putting out on Twitter tonight, very shortly, just to advertise it. So yes, that's that one there. So make sure you keep an eye out on the Twitter for tomorrow, because the big news will be coming. That one now. One other last thing that I do need to bring up, and I got this breaking news earlier on. Bear with me. Let me just actually load it up. So we've got some breaking news. I don't know whether you're aware of this, but the OTE Edward is returning to Main Event Mondays this week. On this Monday coming up, the OTE is returning. So he asked me to break them down. So he will be on the Twitter space with you there on Monday. So that's obviously for you to do up on Monday now. So
he can come play second fiddle to me like always on my show. So come on, come on down.
Fair enough. So that's that on there. What I'm going to do now then is, before we actually end the show, is CJ's got a giveaway going on at the moment. So I'm going to pass you over to CJ to explain the rules behind it and what we need to do. And then we will go into a bit more after that. So over to you, CJ, to explain.
Okay, so I know there's a lot of people that have the pre-order, the Bloodline Edition. So I just decided to be nice. So basically, you could go to my Twitter. There's about 5,000 views right now. Basically, all you have to do is follow, the people that's listed there. Like it, retweet it, and one of the things is you have to sub to Zero's For You Wrestling. We're trying to get to 1,000. I think we've gotten probably 30-40 subs today, just yesterday and today. So the catch is there will be a winner drawn for the Bloodline Edition on Mania Night 2, but the catch is if everybody participates and helps me and shares and retweets and quote tweets all the way up until Mania, if I can get 3 million views on that post, then there will be 3 winners, and they will get to choose which edition they want. All 3 could be Bloodline. But that's what I'm doing for the IWC. So if somebody doesn't have, if they have the Bloodline, they want the other edition, start just blowing it up. Because like I said, as soon as it hits 3 million views, like Zero is going to help me check out the subs. And then obviously I'll go through and check out, all the follows, because you got to follow a lot of people that I mentioned in there. But everybody participate, man, because I try to do my best to do it, support everybody in the community. And, I'm trying to hit that monetization too. I'm not going to lie. So I need that post to get to at least 2 million. But yeah, I'm doing the giveaway Mania Night 2. So let's blow that up and help Zero to get to 1,000.
So check that one out. And you can obviously start off by doing that by subscribing to the names that are scrolling across the bottom of your screen right now, which is obviously at For You Wrestling. And then CJ's one, which is, when it comes back across, because I keep forgetting it, so it's Charlie71803496 on Twitter. So yeah, check out CJ on that there. Another great show this week. I will be back next week, and we should actually have Zach with us next week, who was meant to actually be on tonight, but like I said, due to other due to some reasons beyond our control, we had to postpone that. And there was one other thing as well that we're working on, but it might not be until after WrestleMania. Another guest and stuff which we're working on, but we're keeping that one under wraps at the moment. And I also might have a couple of ideas as well, which are coming on through, which I'm sort of working out on a few things as well. So keep an eye out for the space and everything. Keep an eye out for everything on here. Don't forget the launch for DKO Energy tomorrow. I promise you it's good. And we are offering a affiliates program as well, which we've already got a few signed up. But if anyone wants to become an affiliate, that basically means that you get 10% off of any orders. You get an exclusive code as well that you can give out to anyone, like your friends and anything like that as well, providing that they visit the site for your exclusive link that you'll be given and use your exclusive discount code. They will also get 10% off. And I will say as well, on top of that, which not many other companies do, but we have decided to do it, is once you hit a certain threshold, which is $100 in sales, we actually pay you. You know, so you'll get between, it starts off at 10%, and then the more sales you bring in, it goes up, and you potentially get up to 50% of, you know, of your sales basically paid back to you via us from it. So if you're interested, drop me a message. Or keep an eye out on the website when it goes live tomorrow, and there'll be links up through there for you to do that. Yeah, so thank you very much for tuning in this week. We've ran a little bit over, but that's obviously because of the whole DKO energy stuff, which I had to get into. And yes, so thanks for tuning in this week. This is Xero signing out for another week. I'll see you next week, everyone.
And this is the EVP CJP. Please, 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 even if you don't want the game, just retweet it for me. And we will see you guys next Thursday for episode 11 of the EVP Xero Show. And DKO will be launching tomorrow, and it's going to be epic. So stay tuned.
See you later.